I found this poinsettia picture online. I'm going to transfer that to the sides of this napkin holder. If you're unfamiliar with my Inkjet Transfer method, I'll include a link down in the description of a video I made showing you how to do it. It's super easy. By the way, I wanted to show you a difference here. These two I printed with the photo settings on my printer, so it gets that real saturated color. These two were just with the regular print settings. It's a different look. Sometimes I like this one better because it just looks real worn and rustic, but this time I decided to go with these. I thought about staining these pieces. I've done that in the past where I've applied the Inkjet Transfer, and it's a kind of a cool effect. It makes it look really aged, like it's an old antique, but I don't know, after looking at that, I just thought, and especially because this is a napkin holder. I don't know if you want to put napkins in an old antique holder, so I'm just gonna spray this with some lacquer. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on here to hold it in place. Once that's dry, I'll put a couple screws through the bottom. I don't think the glue alone will be strong enough since I've already applied lacquer to that base. Hey, I wanted to mention this to you really quick. I saw a comment from Jolene Brables. It's one of my favorite channels on YouTube. She specializes in wooden toys, and she's doing a mini series about last minute Christmas gifts on her channel, which is, she started it on yesterday, and she's gonna have one video a day for the next 7 days. Check it out. I'll include a link to her channel down in the description, and subscribe to her channel. It's really amazing stuff she's making over there. I'm cutting out this piece of 1/2-inch plywood to make a backer board for that mirror that I want to frame and put on the bathroom wall. All right, that wraps up the napkin holder. Remember, if you guys want to make this, I've got some cutting templates down in the description. You can download and cut out your own. This is one of those days where I'm just getting pulled in a lot of different directions to try to finish up a bunch of little odd jobs. But at least I got the napkin holder done now, but what I need to do is I gotta make a French cleat to hang a cabinet up in our new bathroom. What I'm doing here is just cutting this board at a 45-degree bevel. So the way this French cleat system works is that I've got a 45-degree beveled cleat on the back of the cabinet, and then this one is all I have to mount to the wall. So I can put it on here, and then it'll just drop down in like that and hold it securely. It holds a lot of weight, and one of the advantages to using this is it lets you hang heavy things on the wall a lot easier. This cleat here is a little smaller also, so that I can adjust the cabinet side to side once it's up there. So all I need to do now is just mount this up here someplace. And that's all there is to using the French cleat. Hey, if you'd like to make one of these cabinets yourself, you can join my Weekend Woodworker course over at theweekendwoodworker.com. In case you're wondering why it looks a little out of place, I shot this next segment a couple of weeks ago. A couple of items you guys sent me that I thought were interesting. First of all, I really love this. This is from Gary Wires in Arizona, and this, look at this little nice pouch that this comes in. Well, he made me this pen that's got the Woodworking for Mere Mortals logo on it. I thought that was really cool. And I like these homemade pens like that because they have a weight to them. They feel substantial. It feels like whatever you're gonna use them for, it's worth writing. Next, I wanted to mention this note from Jeff. This is from Jeff Hines, and a lot of people like to send me photos, actual prints of things that they made, which is really cool. But I wanted to point out this. He showed the Harmony Garden bench and the BMW and some projects from the weekend woodworking course, but this is what I think was really cool. Do you know what that is? You ever seen something like that before? That is he calls it a steering wheel desk. Maybe this is something I just never knew about that existed, and I'm assuming you don't drive with that on your steering wheel, but I think that's a pretty darn cool idea. I guess the idea is that maybe you're waiting to pick up somebody, your kids are at rehearsal or something. I don't know if kids do rehearsal this year, but anyways, you're waiting in your car and then you've got a desk right there that you can get things done. Guys, let me know if you've seen that before and exactly what you do with it, because I think they're pretty neat. As always, don't forget, if you'd like a Woodworking for Mere Mortals sticker, just send me a self-addressed stamped envelope and I'll send you out one. You don't need to include a note or anything, just the envelope, and it's all yours. You just have to be patient with me. I usually all of your letters come in and I get like a stack of them until they get like this big, and then I'm like, okay, now I gotta sit down and get these out. All right, here's that backer board for the mirror. All right, this is one of those mirrors that was pulled off of that old bathroom wall, and it was held on with mirror construction adhesive, and it's got, you know, big blobs of it on there. The stuff's really hard, and I don't want to chip it off of there because that would damage this, you know, silver backing on the mirror and ruin it. So I looked online and I saw where you could try to remove this with a heat gun, and I tested a little spot on the other mirror and it was real slow going. I'm not sure how well that's gonna work, and there were a lot of caveats on there on how to be careful if you're gonna try that. But so I don't need to remove all of this stuff. I think if I just get some of the higher areas, or even if I could squash them down, that might make this sit a little bit flatter on the new backer board. So I'm gonna give that a shot. Yeah, it works. It definitely takes a lot of time, and there's just no way I'm gonna get all of this off of here. So I'll just focus on these really blobby ones and just try to flatten them down a little bit. I mean, I guess, you know, when I put the new adhesive on there, I can just put it on just as thick and it'll kind of level it out a little. That's my theory. Okay, that was super time consuming, and I think it's good enough. You know, I didn't get it all off of there, but I'm gonna go ahead and mount this to the board and see what it looks like. Mirror, marble, and granite construction adhesive. Hopefully this is the right stuff. I had this really strong urge to clamp this down. Something tells me that wouldn't be a good idea. I've been playing around with these boards trying to figure out how I want that frame to work, and I'm still not quite sure. So I'm gonna give that some more thought, and then I'll come back to this later. I'll see you guys next time.